Hey everyone, today we're going to be creating a crown out of her hair, and this would be really fun if you're going to go as a princess for Halloween. I've started this by making a small part here on the side of her head, and then I've brought her bangs forward. I'm not going to be including this hair in the front just yet, so I'm just leaving that out for now. Okay, I'm going to be starting this by grabbing a small section of hair here by her ear. I went ahead and sprayed a little bit of water on this section, and then I'm going to split it into 3 and start braiding it. And as I'm braiding, I'm going to be braiding it up towards the top of her head just so that it lays nicer on the top. And I am doing a Dutch braid, so I'm bringing the outside strands under the middle strand. As I'm coming across, I'm going to feather this. So I'm going to be taking out strands on this side of the braid, not on this side. So I'm just splitting off a small piece here, and then I'm going to go ahead and braid that under. And I am going to braid 1 plait in between each feathered section. So I didn't remove one there. I am going to remove one here. So just every other one, remove a piece. So you want to keep removing these feathered strands until you get to the point where you are even with this one on her head. So if you can kind of line that up on both sides, I'm going to remove one more strand on this side. So now that those are about the same on both sides, I'm just going to continue to braid this down regularly without removing any strands. And then I'm not going to braid this down all the way to the ends of her hair. I'm going to stop about right here, where I can just pin that temporarily by her ear to keep it in place. And then I'm just going to use a little claw clip. You could use a bobby pin or whatever you have just to keep that there for now. And then I'm also going to take one more clip and clip it right here at the top. And again, this is just temporary to keep it in place while I'm making the other braid. And then I'm going to grab a section over here on the opposite side of her head as we did the last braid. And I'm trying to make it about in the same spot, so it's just right here above her ear again. And then same thing as on the other side, I sprayed some more water on this, and I'm going to begin braiding another Dutch braid, heading up towards the top of her head. This time I'm going to be adding in the sections that we left out from the braid right here. So I'm taking this first feathered strand and I'm going to add this in as I'm braiding. And I'm pulling this down quite a bit. I want to leave quite a bit of a gap right here, probably at least 2 inches. And then I'm going to skip every other strand because that is the way we took them out. So I'm not adding one into this one. I am going to add one into this one. And I'm trying to kind of keep these the same length all the way across. Okay, now that I've added in all of those extra strands, I'm just going to braid this down a little ways. I went ahead and tied this braid off. If you'd rather use a clip, you can do that instead. And now I'm going to take this braid here in the back and just lay it right next to the braid that's in front so that these little pieces stick up, and that's going to be our crown. And then I'm going to bobby pin these braids into place. So you can remove this clip. So I'm just going to kind of try and squish these 2 braids together and then pin along the bottom. So I'm just kind of bringing the bobby pin in at an angle and grabbing that braid. And you'll probably need to pin this in a couple of spots. Now that I have that pretty much pinned into place, I'm going to remove this clip, and then I'm going to take this braid and braid it in with these bangs. So I'm going to just kind of incorporate it in, split this into 3 and begin braiding, and that should hold it into place so that you don't even need a bobby pin or anything to hold it. Okay, so here is the finished crown. You may want to take some hairspray and spray along these little pieces so that they'll stick up a little bit more. You can also take a bobby pin and kind of pin them into place, but that should give you the basic idea of how to make it.